What's up, everybody? 8 o'clock on Monday night. You know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. Welcome in. We're going to have a good show tonight, guys. Little different. We got a youngin' in. So, watch your comments, watch your words. We don't want to corrupt the young lad. Can't even vote yet. But yeah, we're going to have fun. Let's see. Matt Pereira, what's up? Chris Rosinski, Mad Max, Heidi, what's happening? Junior. 1 minute after the hour, right on time. Thanks, Daddy Dutch. Leanne McGinnis, what's up? James Page, what's going on, brother? So, guys, we're going to have a great episode tonight. But first and foremost, like I said, coming to you from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios. Uncle Steve Shake is an amazing company, amazing seasonings, 15 different seasonings, the sauce with no name, the original, the Gator Shake, the competition line, dessert shake, incredible products, great customer service. If you call, Uncle Steve is going to be the one answering the phone. He will help you with all your shake questions or trying to figure out which flavor profile is going to work best for you. So check him out at UncleSteveShake.com and also join his Facebook page, Uncle Steve Shake Nation, for the latest and greatest of all updates of everything shake. So Uncle Steve's Shake. Shake some on everything. And ask and he shall show up. There's Uncle Steve right there. What's up, brother? Won't be long now, brother. Next week, ooh, baby, watch out. Get our hands on you, Uncle Steve. But guys and girls, let's get right down to our guest. Like I said, he is the youngest competitor in the Northeast area of the KCBS Masters Series. But let him tell the whole thing. I don't want to ruin it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick from Brisket BBQ. Nick, what's up, brother?
Hey, John, how are you?
Dude, I'm hanging out, not looking forward till tomorrow.
I mean, you got to work. I get the day off from school. So
to be in school again. Damn it, boy. But yeah, it's gonna be good. We are supposed to be getting absolutely slammed tomorrow, starting at like 7 o'clock tomorrow. They're talking 2 to 3 inches an hour.
Yeah, that's what they say. Man, though.
That's it. It's New England. Flip a coin. It might be sunny and 80 by the end of it.
It'd be nice if it was.
For sure. Randy Salinas, Big Salinas, what's up, brother? JC Allen, what's up? Ken McGinnis, thanks for tuning in. Yes, Kent, you need a damn interpreter. Again, 2 weeks in a row, I'm doing this to you guys. Y'all gonna learn. Gonna learn.
All right, I'll talk normal.
We are talking normal.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
John, take this shit with you next week to Texas. I'll do my best, Matt. I'll do my best. But, Nick, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Like I said, you've been on the list for a while. Matt and Rico, were telling me all about you last year. And
yeah, my hope is...
if it's true, it's true. If it's good, it's all right.
Yeah.
If it's bad, it's still good. So please, let's tell everybody, a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I guess for those that don't know me, I'm Nick from Brisket BBQ. I'm from Plymouth, Massachusetts, up here in the Northeast. Um, I like to say it's the biggest town east of the Mississippi. Don't quote me on that though. So yeah, rocking it up here. I'm actually a 25-minute drive from Bill Gillespie, believe it or not. So all I got to do is hop on a highway and head west, and I'll be at his house in no time.
Nice.
So
Nice. Hey, the dog father is in the house. Brother Alton, what's up, brother? Trumpet Master Lewis, what's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Big Rome, what's up, brother? Won't be long now. And there's Mrs. Mags. Hi, honey. But, Nick, okay,
all right.
let's get down to it. Plymouth, Mass,
Yep.
all that good. You had said earlier that, I obviously have to go to work tomorrow, but you got the day off, wait for it, from school.
Yeah, I did, and not college either. We're talking about public education here.
So let's just fill everybody. How old are you?
So I am 17, 6 months, and 43 seconds.
Jesus,
Give or take.
who's counting?
Yeah, right.
17 years old. Like I was saying, you're the youngest competitor in the circuit that we're all in up here in the Northeast. You're cooking Masters Series.
Yep. KCBS.
How and why?
How usually?
How's the big question?
Usually with fire. As most good barbecue starts off with.
Well played. Well played.
And the why is because I love doing it. That's honestly the biggest thing. I love eating it. I love smelling it. Man, it even looks good if you do it right. Even if you don't do it right, it still tastes good.
Fact. So, we got talking on Saturday. We had a great little conversation for ourselves.
Yeah.
And your whole story is so interesting. I don't even really know how to start with it, other than you're in high school, you're a culinary student.
Yep.
You were telling me. What got you into pursuing the culinary aspect?
So culinary in general kind of started. I'm a Boy Scout actually, so we would go out for a week at a time during Boy Scout camp, and they would give us cast iron and bacon and eggs and say, well, you guys got to eat, so here you go. At that point, I was maybe 10 or 11. I'd never cooked, I could make your run of the mill Kraft mac and cheese, as one should be able to, or a frozen pizza, but I'd never cooked over fire. I hadn't even cooked over propane at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of all started with Boy Scouts, if I'm going to be honest. And then it just kind of progressed because of, the internet. You can find anything on there. So YouTube was a big part of it, looking up different recipes and everything. And then by the time that I had hit about 7th or 8th grade, I had learned that my high school had a culinary department. I figured, why not? It seems like an interesting industry. And I like food. I'm a bigger guy. I like to eat well, for sure. I like to know what goes in my food. So
Okay.
that's pretty important to me. So if I'm controlling what I can put into it, that's pretty important.
Beautiful. Oh, sorry, Nick. Oh.
Oh.
Just gotta. There we go. We got a little power back. I was still hoping the microphone was going to turn on, but the hell with it. We're not even going to play with it. We're good. Everybody can hear me well, hear Nick well. We'll wait. Chef Johnny, what's up? Wes Phillips, what's up, brother? Simon, what's happening? So, yeah, we all have to eat at some point. Thank you, Heidi. Daddy Dutch, the heck with you. Thank you, Mad Max. Thank you, Danielle. Tim Rogers, what's up, brother? Up to barbecue in the house. So that's how you followed into the culinary side of things.
Yeah.
Now, are you leaning towards with that, like restaurant type stuff, or do you think you might go this whole barbecue route now?
So Dad and I are trying to get a food truck set up. So, I have all the equipment. I have a trailer to do it. We're trying to get a like an official license from the Board of Health, that a commercial kitchen license to work out of. Because you got to account for food safety, which is super important. And then tax reasons, because taxes, they're awful. I'll be the first to say it, won't be the last. So
you're learning that at an early age. I like it.
Yeah, so working on getting it official and whatnot. So that's probably where after high school, I don't really think I'll end up going to a college. I think I'll end up pursuing the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
Only because from my experience, I've seen that makes more money right off the bat. And I found that it can bring you further in life depending on the route you want to take.
Okay. Cool.
So
cool. So, what led you into barbecue?
So what kind of really kicked it off was Dad and I would, and for all those that don't know, John Long is my dad. You'll probably see him pop up all over the place.
He also has a couple questions he wants me to ask you.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah, I'm sure he's really eager to get those asked. So him and I would start, barbecue restaurants. We would just start eating out. And we noticed it got wicked expensive. Barbecue isn't the cheapest food out there by far. So we figured, we're getting a tray of brisket and ribs and chicken and all that good stuff, sausages. Why couldn't, we grill steaks? Why couldn't we smoke, chicken or ribs?
Mm-hmm.
So we started off with that in, I want to say, March of 2020, right when COVID hit. He bought me my first little electric smoker. It's just a box. All you had to do was feed wood chips into it.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy, beginner stuff. It's nice for a young guy like me and him. Well, he's not that young, but he likes to think he. So him and I would just kind of play around with that. We started with ribs. Started with something really easy, following YouTube tutorials and reading things, all that kind of.
Nice.
Started with ribs and chicken. So.
Very good. Very good. Brother Steven, what's happening, brother? So, Nick, just to let you know, you are international right now.
Uh-oh.
Brother Steven is from the beautiful islands of Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, no kidding.
So you're worldwide right now. I know I got the boys in Australia waiting for it, so no pressure.
Yeah,
no pressure. You're all over the world now.
Yeah, put the pressure on.
Dude, you're 17 years old, cooking in KCBS Masters Series against world champions.
Yeah.
And you're walking.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about pressure, brother.
Listen, the smoker is a different kind of pressure than people. All right, the smoker doesn't talk back to you. All right,
True.
so
True. Well, I guess it depends on how long you've been sitting there up all night. It might seem to talk to you from time to time.
yeah, that's a good point. So
Oh, that's awesome. Guggen, what's up? So, like I said, when we were talking the other on Saturday,
mm,
you were saying that you really got into it, during COVID,
yeah,
but there was another reason.
yeah. So I ended up crashing a dirt bike in the summer. It was like June of 2020,
Hmm.
and I throughout 2020, 20 and 2021, I ended up going under several procedures to have my back replaced. So I ended up having a bulge disc, and they shaved it off, took it out, shaved it off, and that didn't work. So they ended up having to put metal in my back. So I have a cage, like 7 rods and 15 screws and whatnot in my lower back. So I was, homebound, all throughout late, from like August 21 to December 21. So a couple
Hmm.
months. And Christmas had rolled around that year. And I was like, all right, I can kind of walk now. This is nice. Um, let's barbecue. Why not? It's Christmas. Let's throw a rack of ribs on. And kind of the first time I did ribs after the surgery, it was nice. It was just nice to have things back to normal normal in the sense of barbecue.
Yeah.
And it was just nice that I was able to do something independently that, I didn't need my dad's help with. So I was still on crutches and still a brace at that point, but I was able to wobble my way out into the backyard with the electric smoker. Uh, I couldn't tell you what kind of wood. It might have been oak or pecan, something like that, something nice.
Yeah.
And it was just baby back ribs. It was something so simple as baby back ribs. And I could even tell you the rub I used. I think I used like the good shit rub from Big Cock Grill.
Yes. Yep.
That was the very first rub that I used. Oh, it was so good at the time. And I'll get shit for this, but I used Sweet Baby Ray's on it. Because
Okay.
I wasn't fully developed in the world of barbecue sauce. Always a good go to,
Yep.
especially for home cooking. Uh, so that was the very first thing I did after the back surgery, and at that point, barbecue was my go to. It was something. It wasn't fast paced like grilling or cooking on the stovetop or in the oven or baking. It was something I could kind of just sit there, throw the ribs on low and slow.
Hmm.
6 hours to do it at the right temperature. So that helped me kind of get back some of my independence that I'd lost because of the back surgery. So
So right out the gate, you had to face adversity.
oh, absolutely.
Which is a huge spit it out, dummy, character builder. You know,
Yeah.
now obviously that's a major injury. You had. Do you still have like an issue here and there
Oh, every
of especially at a competition, because we got a lot of competition cooks
yeah.
watching and in the chat. Oh, excuse me. Um, and we know how that works.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, you're sitting down, you're up, you're down, you walk back and forth, and tending the fire, tending this, prepping your meat, walking back to the trailer, putting stuff. You know, you ever get some issues here and there?
Oh, absolutely. I get issues every day even when I'm not competing. There's always some soreness. Um, you know, but it's what I love doing.
Yeah.
Uh, I figured I'm competing with all these other old guys, and they probably have pains. So why do I get a card that says I can't do it? When someone like Matt over here is older, he probably got pains. Yeah, throw Matt right
Oh,
on the.
oh yeah, for sure. We all are very well aware of my Swiss cheese knees.
Yeah.
You know, I think you can sometimes hear the bone on bone
Oh yeah.
going back and forth. But that's awesome. And like I said, it's a character builder, and so is barbecue.
Hmm.
Especially at the level you're cooking at. Master Series. It's a professional level.
Oh, big time.
And like I said, we're going up against world champions. You're going up against Billy Gillespie. You're
Hmm.
going up against Urkel from Uncle Pigs, who
Yep.
just won the Jack. Um, Chris Rosinski. He can't cook a bad chicken if he left it in the sun all day.
I
Right
would.
now, he's been on fire with chicken. You know, Matt with his ribs and all his cooking that he does on too. He's there. I saw where'd he go? Where'd he go? Jeff Mullen.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
too.
Jeff's in there. Same thing. It's all great cooks up here. You're not going against no slouches.
Nope.
You
Definitely.
know, and to be 17 and with everything you've gone through and have overcome and persevered and turned it, into a positive.
Mm-hmm.
My hat's off to you if I was wearing one.
Thank you.
I got to have one here somewhere. Anyway,
Yeah.
but to do it, week in, week out,
Hmm.
on top, we'll go back to it. You're still a high school student.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you got a whole school ahead of you.
Mhm.
You got everything you need to do for school, for the different subjects, for the classes to keep the grades up. And
Yeah.
you're gonna go burn meat in the parking lot on Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Why not?
On top of it, and balancing that on top of balancing the schoolwork on top of
Hmm.
prepping the meat and everything like that. Your dad is in here. Where
Uh oh.
did he go?
Uh
He
oh.
has a question.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Don't you tell me. This is my show, son. Where the hell did he go? Shit, I can't find him. But I
Good.
know I saw him, and I think the question was, what was your first event?
Oh shit. He sent this to me earlier. Um, he sent me a list of the very first event. My I'm drawing a blank on the name. He even sent it. I should have had this pulled up. It was a event that. Now, do you let me ask you this: the first event I did, or the first event I went to?
I think that he just had said, what was your first event?
All
Hold
right.
on. There. Oh, sorry. No, I'm mistaken. I found it. What was the first barbecue event you attended?
I can't remember it off the top of my head. Um, him and I though had been talking to Kathy, um, from. Why am I drawing a blank?
Well, everybody knows Kathy, but
Yeah,
all
but
we have to say is barbecue mom,
yeah.
and everybody in the chat knows who you're talking about.
So Dad and I were talking to barbecue mom, our barbecue mom.
Barbecue Bedlam.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep, up in
Uh,
Tewksbury.
yep. And I had expressed interest at that point to her that I might want to, um, maybe barbecue, even in the kids' league. And we had showed up. I met her. I met her and Tom. They were
Mhm.
awesome. They got, let me jump kind of right into the action, not cooking, but watching, what they did at that point. And I remember Dad and I were standing at the end of the judges table because it was an open table. It wasn't behind closed doors and nothing.
Yep.
So I stood at the end of the table, and all of the leftovers that was there that the table captain didn't want. Well, I was your guy. I was right there. So I got to experience competition food firsthand. I didn't even realize it at the time. So that was kind of the first event I attended. And that was probably late September, October.
I'll tell you exactly when it was. Give me a second.
Please do.
Because I couldn't cook that event because I was heading down to Texas to pick up my backline smoker. So that would have been, it's now 24, so 23. So that would have been the last week in September, first week in October. So it would have been right around that October 1st. It was a Saturday.
Yeah, October 1st of 22.
Yeah.
So that was the first one I attended. The first one I cooked in was Kathy's Toy Drive in November, I believe. Yeah, hosted in. So we're talking a span of 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. Dad and I pulled together a trailer, one of his flatbeds that he had, and a 1250 Rectech that we had.
Okay.
And we would just it was pellet smart. We would just throw it on. Let's see what happens. Grab a cooler with some meat. Let's see what happens. We had watched YouTube videos at that point of how to trim chicken. So I would like to think I was fairly good at that, seeing as there was roughly 32 teams at that comp, and I had come about 15th in chicken. So,
not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for it was a 2-meat Nebs competition, just chicken and ribs. It was a nice, get your toes wet. It was good. Ribs, I did end up coming dead last in though, because I wasn't, nobody had given me the information that backyard ribs or catering ribs versus competition ribs are, there's a difference to them.
Oh yeah.
You and I might like them fall off the bone, but with competition, you want a nice bite there.
Yep.
So I'd overcooked the hell out of them. And I thought they were great. I thought they were the best ribs I've ever made. Judges did not seem to think so. That's okay. I ended up, it was a good learning experience.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. So
for
that
sure.
was the first event I cooked at.
All right. And once again, speaking you shall receive. There is Barbecue Mom right there.
There we go. Speak of the devil.
That's right. And Kathy, that picture you sent me the other day looks incredible. I might have an inside of a dish that Kathy is going to be doing at I believe, the Snowshoe. And it looked tremendous. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all who are ever cooking the Snowshoe, you're going to have to wait to see what you do. My lips are sealed from here on out. And Dad is back at it. Yeah, after that, I got him Bill's Smoking Hogs class for Christmas. Yep. Hey, that's a hell of a Christmas present right there, brother.
That was. Yeah, so I guess let's jump over to that if you want.
Yeah, we'll just bounce back and forth wherever the conversation takes us, brother. You don't got school tomorrow. We can do this all night.
Yeah. I mean, Matt got to go to bed at a certain time because he got to get up early. But besides that, I'm good.
Matt's waiting on a phone call from the boss saying he doesn't have to come in.
Yeah, right.
I actually talked to Matt on the ride home. So you took Billy's class.
Yeah, and what I had perceived as knowing about barbecue
Oh, Matt doesn't have to work. Snow day. There we go.
Perfect. We're gonna be up all night then.
Hot damn. I'm the only fool who's got to go to work.
So yeah, Billy's class. That was barbecue. From like I was making barbecue. Or I was making smoked food.
Mm-hmm.
Billy was making barbecue. Like when I walked in there, I was completely taken back by everything he was doing. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't know a goddamn thing about this competition style. Let me drop everything I know at the door and go in with an open mind. And I had never even cooked I had cooked briskets, but not like him. Like Dad and I were making them, we were packing them with like sweetness and, good crust that we thought. Oh, this is good shit. No, as soon as we had Billy's brisket, Dad looked at me. He's like, "We're making it this way from now on. We're not doing any other crap." And mind you, I'm not a huge brisket guy. I would gladly pick pork or chicken over brisket. I looked at Billy and I said, "This is the best damn brisket I would ever have, ever." Like this made me love brisket.
Yeah.
That's just how good it was.
Nice. And I know we'll just bounce here real quick.
Yeah.
I know Mad Max from the Texas Barbecue chapter, one of our barbecue brothers, had asked earlier, what is your favorite protein to cook?
Brisket, actually. Believe it or not.
After all that, you're going to come back and fire off brisket?
Listen, brisket and I have a hate-love relationship.
Oh, well, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Nick, I can sit right on the other side of this damn window, okay? And I can cook a full packer, however I want, practice cook, foil it, rest it, comes out tremendous. I cannot cook a damn brisket at a competition to save my ass right now.
Yep.
Can't do it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why.
So the reason I love brisket, excuse me, is because that's ended up what I had gotten a call with in Jamestown. I ended up getting 9th out of 51 with my brisket. That's why I love it. I like the idea of it. I like how like traditional it is.
Yeah.
It's this big chunk of just tough meat. It's a piece of protein that gets a lot of work from the cow. It's really difficult to make good. You got to spend time with it. You got to care for it. And that's what I love. Like ribs and chicken and pork. Pork, you can just set it and forget it, I found.
Yeah.
And I found if you can mess up Boston butt, you should get an award for it. Really. Yeah. Pork. Listen, I love pork, but it's, I think, one of the, in my personal opinion, and I'm gonna get flack for this, one of the easier things to cook. Maybe I'll get flack. I don't know.
No, I agree. Whenever I've had conversations, and especially with people who are just getting into it, they'll ask, what do you think is the first thing I should cook? I go, first and foremost, cook chicken.
Yeah.
It's cheap. It's easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a long cook. It really helps you, learn the cooker you're using.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go, if you really want to go to a big meat, I go a pork butt, Boston butt, whatever you want to call it, pork shoulder. Mm-hmm. It is so forgiving because of the amount of fat that's in there.
Oh, absolutely.
If you dry out a pork butt, you did something majorly wrong.
Yeah, you did.
But no, I agree 100%. If you're going to cook a first thing, chicken or pork butt, hands down.
Absolutely.
Because the last thing you want to do, especially with the way the prices are these days.
Hmm.
I was just down at my local where I get a lot of my meat at the butcher shop. This butcher shop, McKinnon's in Salem, New Hampshire.
Yeah. Oh,
They had full packers.
hmm.
They were starting at $100.
Yeah.
It's,
Absolutely.
do you want to screw up a $25 pork butt?
Hmm.
Or do you want to basically light $100 bill on fire?
Yeah.
It's
One of them's obvious to me.
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah. I mean, I think it's all good. But yeah, pork butt's definitely one of the first things I'd recommend cooking, like you said, because of how forgiving it is because of the fat.
yeah,
It's on flavor so well.
yeah.
Yeah, I found chicken and pork butt. It just takes on that flavor really, really well. So
Nice, nice. All right. Once again, we're going to skip around here,
yeah.
and as you can see, over here and down here and down there. Are you familiar with any of the Uncle Steve shake products?
Not entirely. No, if I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I've never used them in competition, and I don't use them at home. No.
Well, we got a little something here for you.
Oh, do you?
There you go.
Nice.
Uncle Steve is happy to send that young man anything you can recommend for him.
Thank you.
So, yeah, he's at the point you can't even put it to words. The next step for Uncle Steve is sainthood.
Yeah.
He just needs to tell the Pope first. That's what it's going to do. But we'll get you some Uncle Steve's for sure. Like I said, I use it. Matt uses it.
Mhm.
We love a bunch of the guys get into it. The Big Dog sauce. Yep, absolutely. Have you tried that? The Big Dog barbecue sauces?
I don't think so.
All naturals,
No, I don't think.
local.
I don't think.
Yeah, local company.
No, local as in the Northeast.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
No, I'm not familiar with them then.
Delicious, delicious. I know I believe on the website there's a list of retailers who carry it.
Yep.
So hop on that. I suggest it. It's great stuff. All natural too.
Okay.
Beautiful stuff. Oh, and Dan, he'll if you reach out to him, he'll send you some. Dan's the owner of the company. Great guy. He was on the show a few months back when we were still at the studio.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dan.
So you got into, started with going to barbecue Bedlam.
Yeah.
Then first one you cooked was Kathy's Weekend of Giving in November.
Yeah, I placed middle in the pack with that and chicken.
Then you said you got your first brisket call in Jamestown, Rhode Island.
Yeah, that was though the third comp or fourth comp I did. So, I mean, unless you want to start from the beginning.
Yeah, how did you jump in from to go Masters Series?
So, Dad and I had made a decision that if we were going to get into it, he'll support me 100%. Why do those stop at the kids' queue? When I placed middle of the pack in chicken with no prior experience to competition barbecue, and I had just taken Billy's class I have the notes. I have the recipes that he uses. I have his techniques, his time, his temperatures. We even went as far as getting our first Humphrey smoker from them. They work great. We love them. After we took Billy's class, they're my favorite smoker out there is the Humphreys.
And is that what you guys are cooking on mainly is the Humphreys?
Yeah, we have we have two of them now. We have the single wide and then the pint.
Okay.
So we got an arsenal of Humphrey smokers. But Billy definitely introduced us to them. I wouldn't change smokers. I love them. Nice reverse flow.
Yeah.
But we got one of those, so we just had the pint at that point. We had an enclosed trailer, so we set up a couple tables, stainless steel tables.
Nice.
Bought some of Billy's rubs and sauces that he used that we seen in the class. And we worked his program down. We jumped in Connecticut for the red, white, and Q knockout was Jersey. It was one of Jeremy's events.
Okay.
That we did in Connecticut. That was fun. That was the first one, I think, in April of 23.
Southern New England's barbecue throwdown.
Yes, that's what it was.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna have to you're gonna owe your dad. He's answering all these questions for you there, brother.
Listen. All right.
Yeah. All right, okay. Hold on. Let's answer one of your father's questions. Like I said, he had two that he needed me to ask.
Yeah.
We'll start with the first one. Is your barbecue trailer clean?
Hell no. All right. Actually, let's reverse. Which one?
I mean, which one?
I mean,
you got multiple trailers? Come on now, son.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
All right.
We got two. Neither of them are clean. Because not for nothing, if you want to ask these questions, that's fine. I was not the last one to pull the trailer to his work. So the time we pulled it from New Hampshire, I had made a mistake, and you can go back on Facebook and look at it. That I hadn't strapped down everything. So in the summer, everything had flipped. I took full responsibility for that. 100%. That was my fault.
I'm sorry. Russell just made me die.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Oh. School's canceled tomorrow. Get to cleaning.
Thanks, Russell. I'll see you 30 sharp then.
Well played, Russell. Oh, that's good. That's good. No, dude, you need a clean trailer.
I agree. But like you said, not me, you, I have school to take care of. Well, not tomorrow, but in general.
All right, we're going to go back to school here.
All right, let's get back.
Because now the boys are warmed up.
Yeah.
Now the boys are warmed up, and here comes Uncle Steve flying in from left field. And you have to answer all these questions truthfully.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Have you learned the tricks to pulling chicks with great barbecue?
So, yes, actually. So I had met my girlfriend because we were smoking meat at the campground we stayed at.
Okay.
And she wasn't my girlfriend at the time, but I'd offered her a plate of food. And at that point, she really wouldn't leave me alone. And I grew to liking her, which was nice. And she liked my cooking. So it worked out.
All right. I like it. See?
And now she won't leave me alone.
It's all about that barbecue love, baby.
Absolutely.
Taylor Jean, your mom, dad, and aunt are here. Answer wisely. I'm loving this. I'm loving this, brother. All right, I think we've taken a couple different off turns here. We got to
Yeah.
bring this back on the rails for a little while.
All right.
So we were talking about how you jumped to the Masters Series.
Yeah. Straight into it.
Straight into it, both feet. Let's just go.
Yep. Absolutely.
How much of a shock was it? Okay, what was the first Masters Series event?
It was Connecticut, South New England. Is that what Dad said?
Oh, the throwdown. The new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first 4 meets that I had done, and it was a
Okay.
shit show. Let me say the least.
Okay. Do
Uh,
tell.
without my dad, I would have just completely fallen apart. I and still to this day, I'm not 100% organized, which is a work in progress. That's one of the big things barbecue has taught me. And he gets me for it every time. Just make a list, and I don't make a list. And I haven't learned yet. I've experienced it the hard way of what happens when you don't make a list.
I'll tell you what happens when you don't make a list, and we'll let our brother Matt tell you what happens when you don't make a list.
Oh, it's
Matt will take all the credit for donating his pellets to you on your first contest.
that he did.
How the hell do you forget pellets?
Well, I didn't forget pellets. All
You
right,
just didn't bring enough?
no. Let's make that clear. I did not forget my
Okay.
pellets in my first competition. Matt had given me his pellets because of my use and inexperience, and he felt, like he should give me something. I don't know why, but to this day, he holds it over my head every time I say. I think, you know what? I think that's Matt's way, just keeping me on that hook just a little bit. And you know what? I
Oh.
appreciate it. It's good. I always like to just circle back to that, and I guess he does too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, I was able to meet Matt at Cora this year up in Hiram, Maine. For the first time, and that's a lot of this thing. Like I said, I'm up. I really am upset that I didn't have an opportunity to meet you and your father, in person this year, um, at the different comps. But this is what we do, and it's the people. That's really what makes it all worth it, and you build the relationships, you build your friendships, brotherhoods, sisterhoods, and you're cooking with the same people week in, week out. The way the conversations go. Hey, this, blah, 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 I use this, I use that. To, hey, how the kids doing? Oh, hey, so and so wasn't feeling well last time. How
Yeah.
you just see everything build and build and build, and
And
it's great.
it's funny that you mentioned that, because when Dad and I had jumped into this, we thought it would be, like any old sport, that it's super competitive. Nobody wants to talk to each other. We'll be friendly with one another, but everyone kind of keeps to themselves. That's kind of the mentality we had going into our first comp. Oh, and we were so wrong. Dad is still blown away to this day of how friendly and just open and kind everybody is.
Yep.
I I personally cannot say I have met a sour person at a barbecue competition,
Mm-hmm.
and I think part of that is because I think if you're mad while cooking and you're just a sour person and you're unpleasant, the food's gonna come out bad. So I think everyone's worked out that if we're nice to each other and that we
Yep.
help each other out, maybe the food will reflect that.
I see that. I can see that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. We got a couple more jump in. Robert Rocha, Bullhorn Barbecue. What's up, brother? The So Smoking Gooder Show. Won't be long now, Rob. Next week, brother. We'll be hanging out, having a cold gold top down at the rodeo. It'll be good to see you. Catch up again. Mike, Big Cat 305. What's up, brother? Been a long time. NBL, what's up? So, yeah, it's the barbecue community, the barbecue family, how we call it. They come through every time, no matter what.
Oh, absolutely.
You need something. You need a spice. You need a season. You need a knife. Oh, my injector just broke. Boom. There's guys who give you meat.
Yeah.
Hey, I got an extra. Here you go. Done.
Yep. So to add on.
Go ahead.
We were down in Jersey. Or no, it might have been Connecticut at that point. It was the first one we had taken off to out of the area. And the pit controller that we had shit the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't think to bring an extra one because we had been using this at that point a couple times, so it seemed fairly reliable. And 8:00 at night when I'm firing everything up, it just doesn't work. And Bill the King was there at that one. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
No.
Bill the King, he ended up coming and saving our asses because he gave us a whole controller. So he saved my butt on that one. So, yeah.
Oh, Hogwash Barbecue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, it's everybody. You hear the stories from the different guys, and back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. You got nothing.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody's an open book.
Oh yeah.
Technology has something to do with that. Times change as always, but you got all the books out now. You watching YouTube videos.
Yep.
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Getting into it. The resources are off the mark right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always out there, and I can't remember who the first person to say it to me was, but it was like they had said, "I'll give you all the information you want.
Yeah.
I'll give you my exact recipe. You still got to pull it off."
Yep.
When it comes down to it, that here it is. Here's the blueprint. You still need to build it.
True.
Which is it really is, because at that point it's like, here's the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be able to control your fire the right way?
Yeah.
Are you going to cook it at the right temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to rest enough? So many external variables.
Yeah, and the meat's always different to add on to that. Yeah.
And Dad is saying, don't forget all the thermopens in New Jersey from Good Googly Goo Barbecue gave him
to
use.
Oh, I didn't forget about that. Yeah.
You're going to have to work on your lists by the sounds of it.
I got to work on a lot. All right. I got to work on more than just lists when it comes to barbecue.
We all get there, brother. We all get there. So you got into it.
Yeah.
Now, how many events did you cook last year?
3 KCBS and then 1 NEPS.
Okay.
So it was a fairly light year.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So we're gonna get a good chuckle out of the chat for this one. But
Here we go.
like I said, your father had two questions that I had to ask.
Yep.
How much do you, Nick, think your dad spent on barbecue for you?
We're probably looking at 50 grand. If I'm going to be honest, and that's probably lowballing it too. Between the Humphreys and the trailers and the individual briskets from Snake River Farms, those are legit briskets that we get.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't cheap.
No.
The equipment, all the rubs, the fuel, the diesel for the truck, that's not cheap either. So if I had to take an educated guess, I would say in the ballpark of 50 grand. He probably has an exact number somewhere.
Oh, I'll guarantee he has an exact number. I'm just watching this chat. We're getting divorced over it. Then here's your dad. This blink, blink, blink. So I don't know what that means, but it don't sound good. It don't read good. Dan, thank you so much for jumping in, brother. Have a great evening. Yeah, it's what we do is not cheap.
No.
I like to call it it's an art form what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And in the art world, it's called Monet.
Yeah.
In the barbecue world, it's called money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is crazy, But at the end of the day, yeah, I always say I'll get up tomorrow and I'll go to work and I'll make more.
Mm-hmm.
To drop what we drop on a weekend.
Yep.
Some more than others. I try to do it as cheaply as possible because that's what I can do.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll tell you right now, I'm running market basket chicken.
Yep.
I'm running the ribs. All depends what I can find. If I find them at Market Basket, I'll run Market Basket ribs.
Yeah.
I'll run McKinnon's ribs.
Mm-hmm.
In Maine, I ran. What the hell did I run? Chairman's Reserve.
Yep.
Ribs. Which I got from my friend Messy Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Because his trailer, he got a whole stock pile. He's like, come down to the trailer and go shopping. The pork, literally local butcher shops, grocery stores. There was for a little while, I don't know if they're still doing it, but McKinnon's was carrying Compact Duroc.
Yep, I remember that.
So it was like, got whatever I could from there. But I'm also keep an eye out on Shaw's when they have their twice a year sale, usually spring and one just before Thanksgiving when they drop everything down to like 89 cents a pound.
Yeah.
I'll load up on the pork butts there. So the only thing I'm really going for is the brisket. I'm Snake River Farms, and I might go against that now. Seeing I can't cook a brisket to save my ass in the competition, so I might just go with the the select from Walmart and roll the dice. It can't
Yeah.
hurt. I'm already turning in shoe leather to begin with,
Mhm.
so to turn in some Wagyu shoe leather, it's
It does make sense.
yeah, but you can go nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, on a standard competition, so between Cora and Granite State,
Hmm.
I came with one brisket.
Yeah.
Didn't even come with the pork butts. I came with money muscles or pork
Hmm.
collars. Cooking, so one brisket,
Yep.
three pork collars, somewhere 12 to 18 chicken thighs,
Okay.
and 3 racks of ribs,
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Hmm.
That's what I'm running. Um, while some guys they'll cook 2 briskets,
Oh, yeah.
4 pork butts, all depends on what you're comfortable with. Like I said, I try to do it, on a shoestring budget, if you will.
Yeah.
But even that shoestring budget
It's
is
not
still a pretty big number,
yeah,
at the end of the day.
cheaper, but it's not cheap.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And there's people like, why you do it and you leave it into a judge's hands. So if you spend $1,000 on a weekend on a competition,
Hmm.
which you can do very easily
Oh, very
between your meat, between your
small.
entrance fee. Are you going to do any ancillary categories or things like that? That number jumps up,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like, are you really willing to drop $1,000 for someone sitting in a room somewhere to tell you your stuff was A+ or it was shit?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we do.
am.
We do,
We
actually.
do. And
Yeah.
we enjoy every second of it. And it's crazy. I know a lot of people when they first found out of, what I do
Mhm.
with it, they're like, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a competition. And like I said, it's a friendships, it's family, it's time. Like you said, you're there with your father.
Hmm.
Okay. That's time the both of you will never forget.
Yeah.
The laughs you've had together.
Hmm.
The little moments. Who the hell knows? Little conversations. You've had between a father and son.
Hmm.
You know, if you didn't get into the barbecue, would you have all those opportunities for some of those conversations?
Probably.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
But it's there, and it's everybody who's there, supporting you
Hmm.
and doing it too. You're making memories,
Hmm.
and yeah, yeah, I'm sleeping in the front seat of my truck, you know, with my wife. The kids are in the back seat, and my 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hmm.
It's just wonderful. But back on track.
Yeah.
What is on your docket for this upcoming year, competitions wise? Have you signed up for anything yet, or you got your eyes on a few you're interested in?
So definitely, I'm kind of gonna work backwards here. Definitely Kathy's in November.
Hmm.
Dad and I have made that a tradition. And it's a good cause. I haven't, him and I haven't signed up for any at the moment. Cora, however, I think I got my eye on. I heard that's fun.
It's a blast.
That
It's different.
yeah.
It's different, but it's wonderful. Just like you right now, myself, I'm actually not competing this year.
Mhm.
Life gets in the way. What the hell, is what
Yeah.
it is. But if I could pull one off, it's going to be Cora in August
Gotcha.
for sure. It's a special. It was an incredible weekend all the way around.
That's what I've heard.
Kathy and Tom do such a great job. They saved my ass with a power converter.
Yeah.
And it's like, the kids queue and everything. It's there. But yeah, if you could do Cora, definitely do it. It'll be an experience you won't forget, and
Mhm.
it's one of those that you're gonna look forward to next year.
Every year.
You
Yeah.
know, right when you're packing up and talk to somebody, any dates on next year, it's gonna be one of those contests.
Yeah. So
August, what Nick turns 18 on the 23rd.
I do.
Um,
August. I got like 6 months.
give me 1 second. I'll tell you exactly when it is. It'll be August, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be August 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Okay.
That should be Cora.
Is that second weekend? That sounds about right.
No, it's actually the third weekend.
Third weekend. Okay.
Technically, the third weekend in August, because that first one,
Yeah.
July runs into August.
Okay. All right.
August 1st, 2nd, 3rd is Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
So it's technically the third weekend in August.
Okay.
But
All right. So yeah.
put it on the calendar. If I can pull it off, I will.
Mhm.
Uncle Steve, she was giving Stevie a bath. Now she's getting her paintbrushes ready for me. Looks like I'm going to get my head painted again down in Houston. Worth every penny, every second of it. The things we do for little kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Painting my bald head like an Easter egg in the middle of a barbecue competition.
What? I mean,
But-
not for nothing. In November at Kathy's event, I walked around all Sunday in a dinosaur onesie.
Nothing
So,
wrong with it.
and all the kids were so excited because they
Oh,
were.
yeah.
So,
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, brother. So we're just gonna start winding this up.
all right.
So now you got a couple years in.
Yep. Give or take. Yeah.
You've done some traveling
A bit.
to compete. Obviously around here. Your father said double in New Jersey.
Yep.
What are some bucket list competitions that are out there?
I wanna attempt to not specific competitions, but comps in probably Tennessee.
Okay.
The Carolinas definitely. Texas is up there just to see because I've heard how they do barbecue. But it's always different hearing and seeing how they do it
Mm-hmm.
down there. Those are kind of the big three areas that I'd like to travel to, and then maybe Kansas City.
Okay.
Make it out there for a comp or two. So
All right.
all your big hot spots for barbecue, like just
I
to
like it.
kind of get a feel for how everyone else does it. Because I know in the Northeast we tend to run like a sweeter profile, generally speaking.
Okay.
Texas, I've heard different things. Carolina, I've heard different things. in Kansas City, I've heard different things. So,
Nice.
but it'd be cool to experience it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool answer. Because like if the roles were reversed, I'm gonna sit here and I'll answer the question.
Mhm.
Obviously, I want to get to the Royal.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, I'd love to get myself to the Jack.
Yeah.
We know how that works.
Oh yeah.
One of mine is Smoke on the Mountain in
Okay.
Galax, Virginia.
Yep.
It's a double weekend. One day KCBS, the second day is NBN.
Okay.
So that's real interesting to have both there for the weekend. But yeah, in Texas would be the Danny Dietz Memorial.
Heard that.
Around, I believe it's right around Labor Day or the weekend after Labor Day.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely some. But I liked your answer that you just want to, not a particular one, but you just want to region it. Find one in a specific region and let it fly. I like that answer. That's an interesting answer.
Obviously, I want to make it to the Jack and the Royal. Everybody does, but I felt like that would have been like a cliche. That's how you say it.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, like that would have been the answer everyone gives. Which obviously they're huge competitions, but regionally, I think it would be more of an experience because with the food, you also have the people.
Yeah. Nice. Oh man, let's see. Mike J, what's up, brother? Coming to us live from Manch, Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah. That one in Virginia it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking with Mark Williams from Swine Life Barbecue.
Yep.
Had him on the show, and I had actually gone to Malcolm's shop in Hernando, and we were chatting while I was down there, and that's the one he says. He goes, the Galax, Virginia. It's the entire town shuts down.
Oh yeah.
For the competition, he goes, it's wild to see. Everyone's literally lined up on Main Street instead of a parking lot. He goes, it's crazy to see.
Yeah, that's a crazy thought.
Great fucking question, Matt. I don't know how the hell I missed that one. What's the kids at the high school think of you cooking with all the grown-ups on a Masters Series level?
Oh. So I know you and I had talked about it a little bit. So obviously I'm in the trades and all of my buddies are in the trades, but they do all like automotive and carpentry and plumbing and electrical and HVAC and whatnot. So none of them, they can grill a little bit, but none of them really cook per se. So, kind of, to answer your question, one of my buddies, Aiden, just went down to Florida and he shot, I think it weighed out 450-pound hog.
That's right.
And you go up on the helicopters and you shoot them. Him and his dad went out there 2 weeks ago and they're having it now shipped back here to Massachusetts. And he approached me the other day and he was like, hey, Nick, would you want to cook a part of this with me? Would you want to smoke it? And I said, all right, is it a male or female? And he said, male. And I said, absolutely. But from what I've read, the testosterone in the boars gives it a weird flavor. And it was funny because he had no clue what I was talking about until I pulled up the article.
Yeah.
His face went completely white. He's like, I would have had no clue, and if it comes out bad, I would have thought it was my dad's fault.
Yeah.
So, the guys come to me with questions about all sorts of things because, I pack lunches with all sorts of meat. And like this week, I did smoked meatloaf, or last week, and I came with a brand new barbecue sauce they'd never heard of. I let them all try it, and they fell in love with it. So we joke around, I'm almost their insider world. So they appreciate it.
Nice.
They definitely think, I've always been told I act older, so they're not really surprised. I'm hanging out with, you guys on the weekends, and competing with adults. They're not surprised.
Yeah.
It's just kind of who I am.
Well, first off, use the adult term.
So
Use it lightly.
men and women over the age of 18.
We are a lot of old, overgrown children. Do you know the difference between a child's toy and an adult's toy?
Absolutely. The only difference,
the price.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, brother. Oh, man. That's awesome, brother. But like I said, brother, you got into this at such an early age. I'm jealous. I'm not going to lie to you. If I knew about barbecue, of real barbecue, and what we do now at your age, man, I don't know. I actually had this conversation with Aaron Leslie the first time he was on from Texas Royal Dust.
Yeah.
And if we knew barbecue as we know now when we were your age, I can't honestly say I would jump in on it.
Yeah.
Especially being in the Northeast. I'll start with that. Being in the Northeast, being down south, being in Texas, where it's natural, different story. But being in the Northeast, I can't honestly say that I would get into it.
Yeah.
If knowing now, then okay, would have saved me a lot of headache.
Yeah.
A little less trouble, so to speak. If you're spending all this money on meat and rubs and seasonings, there's less money to spend on anything else.
True. You could spend it on a lot worse. So
And I did.
Yeah.
And I did. But yeah, like I said, man, you're doing great things.
Appreciate it.
To be at your age with the head on your shoulders.
Well, it's not anywhere else. So.
The passion you're showing for it, the support you have, with your parents. And also, I'd like to thank your parents for allowing you to come and talk to me.
Yeah, a dad decision.
It's because that's what I had. When we were talking on Saturday, I'm like, "Yo," I go, "Do me a favor." I go, "I'm not FCC regulated."
Yeah,
but I think there is rules when it comes to speaking to a minor.
Minors, yeah.
On like I said, we're all over the world right now, literally. Thank you for asking them out of respect for them.
Yeah.
And mom and dad, thank you for allowing Nick to come and talk to me. I love his story. Love what you guys are doing, and just wanted to get Nick out there, get some exposure, some more exposure. Because, like you said, dude, you're 17 years old. You're competing with the big boys. You're walking with the big boys.
Yep.
You're gonna do great things.
Appreciate that.
No, and like I said, I was talking to someone earlier, and they said the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are right now, you got nowhere to go but skyrocketing up. So keep up all the work you're doing. Like I said, we're all here to help you, brother.
Appreciate it.
And don't be surprised if I start calling you asking for tips, brother. But where can everybody find you social media wise to follow all your barbecue journey?
So right now we got a Facebook page. So the Facebook page is Disco Brisket BBQ, which is the company and team page.
Mm-hmm.
And my personal account is Nick Disco Brisket. So that's
Okay.
where. So me personally, it has Nick Disco Brisket, and then the company is Disco Brisket Barbecue or BBQ.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect. So, guys, check out Nick's page, see what he's up to. And like I said, brother, thank you so much for making time to come and talk to me.
dude. Thank you for
And
having
I
you.
hope I can pull something, a little miracle out of my hat and get to an event to actually, meet you face to face, and we'll have a good old time. And meet Dad too, man. Dad's been in here all the time. I'm gonna get along with Dad. I know
Look,
that.
John, what he does. It listen, it can stress you the hell out at sometimes.
Oh yeah,
But then when you look back at it, you're like, what would you do without it?
absolutely, brother. Absolutely. But man, like I said, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
You don't got school tomorrow. Your ass better be out there cleaning those trailers.
I cannot make any promises.
I love it, brother. I love it. Thank you, man.
All right.
Anytime, let me know. We'll get together.
Absolutely.
But guys, that was Nick, Disco Brisket Barbecue. Like I said, 17 years old, has the passion for it, has fallen for what we do, the craziness we do week in, week out, and it's great to see. It really is. He is the future of our sport and our passion for barbecue. That he's the future right there. And the youth movement in barbecue needs to grow. It really does. All over the country, Texas has the high school barbecue and all that, which is fantastic. But to get the younger guys out there and girls, burning some meat in the parking lot and making memories. So if you got the little ones hanging around the house, pull them out to the smoker with you a little bit. Have a conversation. That's what I do with my two, you know. But it's great to see. Let's see. Little housekeeping. We got a busy fucking week coming up. Obviously, we have Nick tonight. There is possibly a bonus episode coming live Friday night from the CBA World Championships in Seguin, Texas. A couple of the boys are cooking down there, and Ryan Newland from Backline Fabrication is cooking. And if he has internet and gets signal, we're going to go live from him live down in Seguin, doing his prep and maybe walking around talking to some of the boys. Sunday, I am recording an episode. If now you guys got to be long-time listeners of the show. We had this gentleman on when it was me and Messy Mike many years ago. Alan, who had wrote the Everything Bacon book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Bacon Book is officially a thing. Ran into COVID, and translation into English was a nightmare. But it's translated. It's on the in the United States market. So we're going to have a conversation on Sunday morning. We're going to record it because he is in Denmark. So that will play on Monday night. So Monday night will be that recorded episode with Alan. And then I believe Tuesday night, we're going to try to go live for the pre-Houston Livestock and Rodeo Cook-Off show with all the boys who are around going to go. Come on in. We'll have a bunch of laughs. Kill some time before we got to get on the planes on Wednesday morning. So that's it. Potentially live on Friday from Seguin. Monday, Alan with the Bacon Book. And Tuesday, get all the boys together for the Houston Cook-Off Kickoff. Say that 3 times fast. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you again, Nick. It was a pleasure, brother. And till next week, keep the smoke rolling.
Oh, thank you.